You know what the hardest thing to do in this world is? Not running marathons, not lifting heavy weights, not building a business, not even falling in love. The hardest thing is to mind your own damn business, to focus on yourself, to stay quiet when everyone else is loud, to build when everyone else is showing off, to grind in silence while the world is screaming for attention. It sounds so simple, right? But it's not. Because the truth is, we live in a world addicted to noise. Everyone's talking, everyone's posting, everyone's comparing, competing, showing, flexing. But here's the problem. The louder you are outside, the emptier you often are inside. And that's why today, I want to talk about the power of two things that can completely change your life. Backhand index pointing right, focus on yourself. Backhand index pointing right, stay silent. Let me take you back to when I was a teenager. I had this friend, let's call him Rahul. Now Rahul, oh man, he was a loud guy. If he bought new shoes, the whole school knew about it. If he scored a little above average, he'd brag for weeks. If he started going to the gym, you'd hear about his new biceps every day. And me? I was the opposite. Quiet, reserved, always working on my stuff behind the scenes. Years later, guess what happened? Rahul was still talking, still posting, still flexing, but nothing real had changed in his life. Same job, same complaints, same cycle. Meanwhile, people started noticing me, not because I told them, but because they saw results. Success doesn't need a megaphone, it speaks for itself. That's when I realized something powerful. Light bulb silence is a superpower. Light bulb focusing on yourself is the highest form of respect you can give to your future. Let's be real. Most people waste 90% of their energy on others. They gossip about who's dating who. They stalk other people's Instagram stories. They compare their life with some influencer they don't even know. They complain about politicians, bosses, relatives, neighbors, basically everyone except themselves. And then they wonder, why am I not growing? Why am I not happy? Why am I not where I want to be? It's simple. Because they are running someone else's race. Listen carefully. Backhand index pointing right, you can't drive forward while staring out the side window. Backhand index pointing right, you can't become great if your eyes are on everyone else's plate. Backhand index pointing right, you can't build your dream life if you're obsessed with someone else's highlight reel. Focusing on yourself is not selfish, it's survival. It's not arrogance, it's awareness. It's not isolation, it's self-mastery. Now, let's talk about silence. Do you know why silence is scary for most people? Because silence forces you to face yourself. And most people don't like themselves. That's why they keep noise around. Music blasting, phone buzzing, Netflix playing, gossip flowing. Because if it gets quiet, suddenly the mind starts asking, what are you doing with your life? Why haven't you started that dream yet? Why are you wasting time? And that's uncomfortable. But here's the truth. All the answers you're looking for are hidden in silence. Your next business idea? It won't come from Twitter. It'll come when you're walking alone, lost in thought. Your healing? It won't come from scrolling. It'll come when you sit quietly and let your heart breathe. Your focus? It won't come from multitasking. It'll come when you shut the world out and zoom in on your craft. Silence is not emptiness, it's clarity. Let me tell you a story about the Chinese bamboo tree. When you plant the seed of a bamboo tree, do you know what happens? Nothing. For years. You water it, you take care of it, you nurture it, and still, for 5 years, nothing breaks the ground. Most people would give up. It's dead. It's useless. But the truth is, under the soil, the roots are growing strong, deep, preparing, building a foundation. And then, suddenly, in the 5th year, within just a few weeks, the bamboo shoots up, 80 feet tall. Now here's the question, did the bamboo grow in 6 weeks? Or did it grow in 5 years? The answer, it grew in silence for 5 years. That's what focusing on yourself and staying silent looks like. You might not see results immediately. People may laugh. They may think you're doing nothing. But deep inside, your roots are growing. Your strength is building. And when the time is right, you'll shoot up so fast, people won't know what hit them. I'll tell you something important. Stop announcing your every plan. Stop telling everyone your goals. Stop posting your hustle every second. Do you know why? Because not everyone wants you to win. And even those who love you, sometimes they don't understand your vision. They'll plant doubt. They'll discourage you. Not because they're bad people, but because they can't see what you see. Your dreams are fragile in the beginning. Protect them. Nurture them. Keep them private until they're strong enough to survive criticism. Move in silence. Let your success make the noise. I remember watching this athlete. Everyone else on the team would post training videos, gym sessions, motivational quotes, hashtags like #grind never stops. But this one guy, quiet. No posts, no bragging, just training. Years later, guess who went pro? Him. Because he wasn't busy performing for the camera. He was preparing for his destiny. That's the difference. Are you performing or are you preparing? Let's be real for a second. The enemies of focus today are everywhere. 1. Comparison. You see someone's highlight reel, and suddenly your life feels small. 2. Noise. Everyone has an opinion about your choices. 3. Validation. That dopamine hit from likes, comments, attention. Addictive. 4. Fear of missing out. You think if you don't share, if you don't compete, you'll be forgotten. But the truth is, you don't need to be everywhere. You just need to be excellent somewhere. Listen to me carefully. There will come a day when you're lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, and you'll realize nobody actually cares as much as you think. Not about your failures, not about your struggles, not even about your mistakes. The world moves on fast. So why are you wasting your energy proving yourself to people who aren't even thinking about you? Focus on yourself. Stay silent. Build something real. Now let me get practical for a second. How do you actually live this out? 1. Cut down social media. Not delete it, just control it. Use it, don't let it use you. 2. Journal in silence. Every day, write down your thoughts, goals, gratitude. That's how you hear yourself. 3. Protect your energy. Not everyone deserves to know your next step. Keep your circle small, your vision big. 4. Schedule solitude. Literally block time to be alone. Walk, think, dream. 5. Measure only yourself. Compare today's you with yesterday's you. That's it. Perfect. Let's expand the energy. I'll give you 20 long, emotional, story-driven sentences on focus on yourself and stay silent that you can blend into your speech or use separately. Each one is crafted to be impactful, reflective, and motivational. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do for your future is to stop explaining your plans to people who will never understand them, and quietly let your consistent work show them a version of you they never thought possible. When you learn to sit in silence, without music, without notifications, without distractions, you realize that the voice you've been searching for outside, the one that gives direction, courage, and clarity, has always been waiting inside of you. People will question your moves, laugh at your dreams, and even doubt your ability. But if you remain disciplined enough to focus on your lane without wasting time proving yourself, eventually those same people will applaud you. Focusing on yourself is not selfish. It is the ultimate form of self-respect, because it means you are choosing to water your own garden instead of envying the flowers growing in someone else's. Silence is not weakness. Silence is the space where ideas are born, character is built, and the kind of strength that doesn't need applause is quietly forged in the dark. Every time you get tempted to broadcast your progress too soon, remember the bamboo tree that takes years to grow underground before shooting up to the sky. It doesn't show anything at first, but when it does, nobody can ignore it. The truth is, people don't really care about your struggles as much as you think. They have their own battles, which is why proving yourself to others is pointless, but proving yourself to yourself is everything. If you learn to pour the same energy you waste on gossip, comparison, and jealousy into building your craft, your health, and your peace of mind, you'd be shocked at how unstoppable you could become in a few years. Some of the strongest people I've ever met are not the loudest in the room, but the ones who silently fight battles you'll never hear about and come out stronger without needing anyone's validation. Silence is a mirror that forces you to see the parts of yourself you've been running from. But once you face them, that same silence becomes the medicine that heals you. Focusing on yourself means you stop being addicted to noise and attention, and instead fall in love with progress that only you can see at first, until it grows so big the world has no choice but to notice. Every time you chase validation, you hand over control of your happiness to strangers. But when you focus inward and build quietly, you reclaim that control and live life on your terms. Think of your goals as fire. If you keep telling everyone about them, the wind of their opinions will blow it out. But if you protect it in silence, it will grow into a flame that warms your whole life. The loudest person in the room often has the least substance. But the one who listens, who observes, and who acts in silence becomes the person everyone eventually respects. Focusing on yourself requires patience, because results don't come overnight. But when you resist the urge to rush and quietly improve daily, your success compounds like interest in a bank. Silence allows you to separate what the world wants for you from what you truly want for yourself. And once you discover that difference, you stop living a borrowed life and finally start living your own. When you keep your circle small and your mouth closed, you protect your dreams from negativity. And when you protect your dreams, they grow strong enough to withstand any storm. People might underestimate you when you stay quiet, but that's a blessing in disguise, because while they're busy ignoring you, you're quietly building the strength to surprise them. The discipline of focusing on yourself and staying silent isn't glamorous, but it is the secret sauce of every great success story you've ever admired, because all victories are born in the dark before they shine in the light. At the end of the day, the loud world belongs to everyone, but the quiet inner world belongs only to you. And the more you cultivate that private space, the more unshakable, unbothered, and unstoppable you become. Let me leave you with this thought. The lion doesn't need to announce it's a lion. It just hunts. It just moves. It just is. And when it roars, the whole jungle listens. So stop wasting your roar on small talk. Stop proving yourself to people who aren't even listening. Stop giving your energy to everyone else's story. This is your life, your race, your journey. Focus on yourself. Stay silent. And when the time is right, let the world be shocked by what you've become.